From around the continent traveled to the 29th summit with one thing on their minds: financing. Last year, the AU got 60% of its budget from foreign funding. Some have proposed a 0.2% tax that would be imposed on all imports that enter a member state from outside the union. Critics, however, say the practicalities of such a move would be complex. France 24's François Picard is covering the summit over in Addis. He spoke to Nigeria's foreign minister about several topics, starting with President Muhammadu Buhari's health.
Asserting Africa's sovereignty by paying its own bills, and that is certainly the key sticking point as we head into day two. Now, there are simple ways to streamline. One of them is to stop having summits every 2 years. That looks like it's consensual, but as you mentioned, there's less consensus when it comes to this 0.2% tax. And of course, Shona, there's the question of those that are there and those that aren't. Among those that are absent is Nigeria's president. The leader of Africa's most populous nation has been ill, and the longer he stays out of the public eye, the more people are worried. And it's not the upbeat remarks of Nigeria's foreign minister that are going to change that until Muhammadu Buhari does appear in public. Here's what Geoffrey Onyama had to say.
He's doing very well. We're expecting him back quite soon. So that's good news.
There was a pointed dig by the French president to the Americans, saying they need them to step up when it comes to helping to patrol the Sahel. Do you feel as though now with the Trump administration, they're only represented here by their ambassador to Ethiopia? What's your reaction to that?
No, the Americans have been extremely cooperative with us in the fight against Boko Haram.
We're losing interest now that Trump is in power.
We haven't got that sense at all. No, they've been still very committed, and on the contrary, we've been looking to get some equipment from the United States, Super Tucanos, to be precise, planes that have night vision equipment, and that we believe could be possible game changers. Now, we've been running into some difficulties with the U.S. Congress, actually, as it so happens. And this has been going on for a couple of years. But this administration, the Trump administration, has actually shown us their determination to help us get that equipment. So, we can only just say how happy and grateful we are with their very positive attitude. So they are not getting tired. They've been very positive.
François, it looks like Geoffrey Onyama has high hopes for President Trump.
High hopes, but you've got to contextualize a bit. The sale of those 12 attack helicopters has stalled several times. It was actually one of Barack Obama's last acts in office to stop it on January the 17th when the Nigerian military mistakenly bombed a displaced persons camp. This is in the northeast, the area hit by Boko Haram. The idea is, should we be giving this money, say the Americans, to a military that's corrupt and is inefficient and is just going to turn public opinion further against them? The attack helicopters in question then, they represent half the annual budget of Nigeria's military, says one former State Department source to the New York Times. So it's a lot of money. And of course, there's that question of trust. It had started to build up with Muhammadu Buhari coming to power, himself a former military man. But when the head of the U.S. Military Command for Africa went to Nigeria in February, the man he was speaking to is the one that was here today, Nigeria's vice president. He is the acting president right now, as Buhari is out ill.
Now let's take a look at what else is making headlines around the continent.